a season and a time of the year. We do it every day, really, but it's a time to remember who we are. It's for the women who remembered their light because they're awakening. This moment in history for us, when a woman no longer waits for permission to become who we really are, because we are born to become fully who we are. We are standing inside this powerful movement right now, the evolution of divine femininity. Not tomorrow, not someday. This awakening is happening right here and now. Greetings, my League of Eagles. I love calling you that because that's who you are. Because if you're here now or coming in later, whatever, whenever, it's Thursday. It's when we gather here on YouTube in purpose and presence with light, love, and legacy. It might be Thursday here, but you could be viewing this at any time, anywhere. I am Joy Ruffin, your Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings, and your signature style and leadership specialist. Ooh, I can't say it's June enough because it's hard to believe. So what is our theme this month? Your light reimagined. And it's an invitation to clarity, that word that's going around and around and around, because it embodies presence and leadership, which is expressed through your truth. So today we're going to be diving into the new example of what divine femininity is all about, your power of awareness as authority. So let's play with what it entails, the royalty of your presence. So, as I say every time that we come together, my League of Eagles, let us begin, I love doing this, with what's going to be now, here and now. And that is, we're going to be talking about, I'm maneuvering always back and forth for a reason, because I have something new here that I'm playing with, and I do love it. But it's causing me to pause from time to time. This is a season and a time of the year. We do it every day, really, but it's a time to remember who we are. It's for the women who remembered their light because they're awakening. This moment in history for us, when a woman no longer waits for permission to become who we really are, because we are born to become fully who we are. We are standing inside this powerful movement right now, the evolution of divine femininity. Not tomorrow, not someday. This awakening is happening right here and now before our eyes across the entire world. Well, we, you, and I, we have always thought global, right? And this is not another temporary movement for women. It's far deeper than that. It's far more sacred. It's more deeper, one and the same, because women are beginning to remember their true divine essence and awakening to it. Their softness. And when I say there, I'm talking about me too, my eagles, our strength, our intuition, and our wisdom. Our presence and awareness are rising together beautifully, without shame, without apologies, and without fear of judgment, which may be because of the divine and not so much divine programming and conditioning we were not so much in sync with. The divine feminine was never meant to disappear beneath confusion, performance, or distortion. Always meant to rise with elegance, grace, awareness, and truth. Leadership for women today, it's no longer imitated. It is embodied fully, because it's becoming the living reflection of what harmony, beauty, discernment, and power is within our essence and being. A woman truly knowing herself changes every atmosphere. Her energy speaks first. Her vitality comes to the fore before she says anything. Her standards speak loudly before introductions are given. And that is why people will always be searching for that newer, healthier, and much wiser example of what divine femininity is all about. The old examples, gone. They no longer nourish the soul or inspire meaningful transformation. And transformation is where we're at. We are now being called towards wholeness completely instead of endless exhaustion, projecting and portraying parts of us that are only an extension or a part of us. We're moving towards truth instead of performance, towards awareness instead of self-abandonment. When I say your, I mean me, myself, and I as well. Your body was never the enemy. One powerful awakening happening among women today, and it's global, is realizing the body was never our enemy. Our body is our temple, it's our vessel, and it's sacred. It carries your life force and presence while journeying through the early human experiences that we all, at one time or another, were part of. Yet many women were taught to disconnect from themselves while at the same time searching endlessly for outside acceptance and validation and approval from others. It has, my League of Eagles, it had a lot to do, and it still has, with the programming, conditioning, and the sexualizing. That contradiction created emotional exhaustion, insecurity, confusion, the imbalance, which is deep and internal, frustration for many, countless women everywhere, every culture, across every generation. But it's changing. We, as women, are beginning to return home to ourselves. We are learning that energy that embodies our emotional cycles strengthens our sensitivity and boundaries with a greater wisdom than we were aware of. We are learning what strengthens our inner peace and what completely drains our emotional, spiritual energy without constantly sacrificing ourselves for everyone around us. True femininity is never weak or passive. It is awareness carried with grace and discernment. You know, I love that word discernment for many numerous reasons, which when we meet one-on-one, which is the intention, I will share with you what is meant by that in totality, while we maintain our softness without abandoning our healthy, powerful standards. This is how we as women honor ourselves. And we do it moving completely into different lanes now. We no longer seek validation from our environment, which is incapable at this time because of all the transitions that we are about making, of recognizing our true worth, value, and beauty. And it's not always, never has been, but it was projected that way, just the external vision of who we are. We began carrying ourselves with a quiet certainty today that no longer depends upon constant applause and approval or attention or outside recognition. Now, some women, we all know, we've all seen, we're aware, just completely ignore and say, it's a lot of who, it's a lot of. But that's a denial of self in a way, because when we fully and finally respect ourselves internally, deeply, something extraordinary naturally begins to happen, and begins with a commanding respect within ourselves without force or chasing it from others. It has to be present within ourselves first. Presence is the new power today. You know that I don't like the word harping, but I'm always alluding and speaking and bringing that up, right? The world spent years teaching us women how to perform constantly, showcasing parts of ourselves while forgetting to teach us how to simply exist within our entire wholeness, peacefully, authentically, and fully inside our natural essence. There is a power, distance, and difference between attention and true, unforgettable, lasting presence. Attention, when it's not right, will feel temporary. And when it's right, it will be attention that is your command, that has humility, honor, and a bit of humor attached to it. And it's a long lasting attention. Presence that is deeply felt. Presence remains unforgettable after you have left the room. Presence carries an authentic substance, a depth and a wisdom, and an emotional connection within every atmosphere it enters. And a woman who's fully aligned with her feminine essence does not force influence because she authentically carries her own natural magnetic weight and quiet authority. This is why your presence matters today. It always has, but more so today because of the divine femininity aligned with the divine masculine that's beginning to find its way. Your energy matters deeply. Your appearance communicates something, and you are in command of it. Divine femininity is not about unreachable perfection. It never has been. Oh, but somehow we got caught up in that madness. It is about alignment, a word that I use often, knowing that I do, and I hope that you are aligned with it because it's between your inner world and your outer expression, which appears together once you begin to homogenize and put them together as they were meant to be always from the beginning of time. We are being invited to stop self-shrinking. And we do that in so many ways, and sometimes it's not even obvious, to fit inside the environment, but not to dishonor our mind, body, and spirits. Our voices are beautiful, and emotional presence still belongs within our essence. This is the hour to reclaim elegance unapologetically. Another word, but it has its impact here. Without intimidating others with your outside beauty, because it is aligned with your inside. And you do it without shame, and the power that's within is shown. It's unnecessary hardness and coldness that will be the emotional disconnection. Presence is never arrogant. Presence is self-awareness, moving confidently through life with grace, intention, and quiet inner certainty. One of the things that we're going to be talking about here, and we will talk about it quite a bit, is self-love, which is a sacred responsibility. You've heard me say over and over and over again, and you'll hear others saying it too. I hope that it resonates with you. Know thyself, because the divine feminine is rising now. You are the women of tomorrow. You are the ones who are making and setting the new examples. You are the standard now rising. And the world is searching for examples like you that are real, honest, and grounded, graceful, and deeply connected to your inner self because it shows on the outside. Women who lead with substance instead of empty spectacle, which we see a lot of, but we understand it. We're not judging it, but we do have our discernment about it. It's the emotional, spiritual atmosphere for future generations that you, me, we are setting the examples for. And it doesn't have to be outdated, old-fashioned, and dinosauric. It's you. And as you've heard different people say at different times, you are to be the best you. And your influence is visible along with a modern society way of viewing your integrity, your character, and the essence of who you are, because that's reflected through your everyday consistent choices in your appearance and how you show up. Casual, nothing wrong with it, but every generation leaves behind an imprint upon humanity. And the question becomes this for us: what imprint, what legacy will we leave, choosing to leave behind what we want the future generations to be and bear witness to? And it doesn't have to be a seasoned individual, because wisdom, love, honesty, and truth, wisdom comes in every generation. Will it become confusion or clarity for others? Division, diversity, or meaningful unity? You hear me say all the time, and this is my mantra: balance, harmony, and unity. That is where we're going. The noise or lasting whatever we've been used to, it's gone. Wisdom is what's being called forth now, along with love and a bit of humility, again with humor. Nothing wrong with that. The answers begin whenever we decide that we no longer are participating within the old paradigm, whatever that means to you. The new examples are women uplifting each other gracefully while never abandoning ourselves. Our standards, our boundaries are ever evolving to showcase our innate identity. Women understand this today more than ever before. Style means far more than clothing. Style is how we show up, how we carry our energy, our spirit, our dignity, our awareness, and our emotional intelligence throughout daily life. We communicate it in so many different ways. And our assignment is always about how we are teaching others how femininity should appear without us realizing that it is. It's just a constant. It's there. So let your life, what is the theme? Your light reimagine the depth of you and communicate that beauty within you with depth. Let your life communicate truth wrapped gently within love, wisdom, grace, and powerful awareness of who you are. You, me, all of us, we're not here to just exist. We're here to showcase the truth, love, and beauty in the essence of who we are. My eagles, there comes a moment in history when women no longer wait for permission to become who we really always were born to be fully. And we are standing inside, outside, near that gate, contingent upon where you are in your evolving. It's a powerful movement. And today, yesterday, tomorrow, whenever you began, this is the awakening that's happening right here and now for the divine femininity that's arising within the women who are the pioneers and trailblazers of tomorrow. And that means that we can't wait to connect with you. Every Thursday, even though it's Thursday, you could be viewing this at any time when we come to you with Joy Ruffin fashioning femininity, style, and truth. Remember that you can find me on my website, joyruffin.com. It'll be streaming on almost every social media platform that you can think of. And I say with you, as I always do, remember, or begin to remember, who you are. Own your truth, beauty, and love, the reality of you. And let's walk away from that old, outdated, traditional sense of what real beauty is all about. And once we do that, we're on our way to becoming who we are here to be, the divineness within each and every one of us. My League of Eagles, I'm going to cut this a little short because I went a little bit over what I intended to, but don't I always? Be and stay well, and know that from my heart to yours, I send always much, much love. And remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and whatever you do, leave your comments. Let me know what you want more of, because this is about leadership and signature style combined. They are aligned together. And whether you visit my website or partake of some of the offerings that are there for you, I can't wait to meet and greet you one-on-one, because I have so much love, wisdom, and a little bit of everything to share with you. And the beauty is that you'll be sharing back with me who you are and why, because that's what we're all here to do. Whatever the tribe, the community, the group, the circle that you're in, we all are here to connect and get to know one another. Be and stay well, my eagles, until we connect the next time, and we will soon again. Much love and all the best. Cheers.